Hello mga katribu! Welcome to another episode of The Dish. I am Matthew Pirante-Pérez and today we are here at Nokal, Makati Central Square. Tara! Let's check it out. People flock to the malls for their Christmas shopping needs. More and more social events are happening na rin. And of course, the nightlife has made a grand comeback this season. That's why we visited Nokal, a local club and resto that made its new home in Makati Central Square after shuttering their doors in Kalayaan when the pandemic put the nightlife to bed. But it's not all about nightlife and parties at Nokal. They have signature dishes to which you can treat your family and friends this holiday season. Founded in 2018, Nokal was originally a New York concept. You know, think Soho or Tribeca, something like that. It's the brainchild of Marco Viray with partners Lee Watson, Jason Sung, and Raul Flores. Here with us is Raul Flores, Nokal's head kitchen chef.
Well, Nokal started about a year and change before the pandemic, a little more than that. And actually, I was brought in as a consultant to do the food. And the partners that were involved in doing it actually started a bar called Kampai that people who were going out in Poblacion quite a bit would have known about. It was a tiny little bar. It was literally, I want to say, maybe 30 square meters, the whole thing.
Wow.
And just like a little speakeasy of sorts because it was tucked away. And when they took over that space, it grew to be fairly successful. So eventually they said, oh, let's look for a bigger space. And that space in the old Nokal opened up. So when they had that bigger space, they really wanted to do their own food. And Marco, who I believe was interviewed regarding Nokal also recently for, I think, the same, for Daily Tribune, no? He and I are family friends, and he thought of our family our group to do the food. And I'm glad he did because he used to work in New York. My family used to also visit New York quite a bit. I worked there for a couple months. And I think that American style of food was what he was after. And so that was sort of the inspiration for the first Nokal. It was north of Kalayaan.
North of Kalayaan.
Yeah, so we were located exactly north of Kalayaan, along in Poblacion.
So it's kind of like Soho, Tribeca.
Right, exactly.
That's what inspired it.
Yeah, so you'll see the sort of New York or the branding, no?
Right.
And you know, we were very specific about how we wanted the place to look. I think the partners really were very specific about the experience that they wanted our guests to have. We wanted to elevate from our original Nokal, so I think we've done a pretty good job with the interiors. I'm very strictly in charge of the food, and this was the amazing team behind Nokal. Really, it's a collection of amazing talent. Everybody really good at their specific departments. And we have one of our resident DJs, Sky Dominique, very good. Excellent with other DJs as well, and they've brought, along with Jason, have brought a lot of talent to come here. Jason brings in DJs from all over the world, and they continue to have DJs who've spun and played music all over the world. And I think that's what makes Nokal also really special, is that you come here, it's gonna be a little different, right? There aren't too many basement clubs in Manila, not yet at least. This is not one of my signature dishes, but an old family friend of mine was the one who invented this dish, I want to say. It's very similar to tapa, except instead of using the normal beef, it's pork belly.
Okay.
So it's dredged and fried, and we serve it with a little sinamak on the side, which I think makes for the ideal Filipino pika-pika, right? There's kilawin also that people like to eat when you're drinking, and this is just a fried hot version that I think people look for. And this was on the menu on day one. There were 3 items on the menu of Nokal day one. It was the tapa strips, fried tawiles, and 4 French fries, and mixed nuts. So we used to make our own salted nuts.
Nice.
For just like any quintessential salted nuts for the bar, right? You wanna dip it in there, get a little bit of that vinegar. It plays nicely, I think. Salt and sugar with the vinegar, right? But yeah, the acid plays well with that salty sweet.
You would assume because it's sliced thinly and it's dredged in flour and then fried, you would assume it's crunchy, but instead it's very tender and soft.
Yeah, it's still tender on the inside, but you get
yes.
that because it's dredged in cornstarch and a little seasoned cornstarch. You
There
get
is
that
that
crunch in the beginning.
But on the inside, it's tender.
It's still reminiscent of tapa. So.
You would think it's crunchy like chicharon, but no, it's not. It's not.
No, it's not supposed to be
That
exactly.
Wow.
But you can have it that way. Actually, we're very flexible. If you have special requests and you're like, can you get extra malutong? No problem. You know, we're happy to accommodate.
As far as I'm concerned, this is perfect.
Oh, thank you.
You can have another one.
Thank you. Yeah, originally I think the guy that made it, he ate it by itself. It was like I remember the first time I had it, it was just a bowl in the middle, and I thought it's like leftover Chinese food or something, but it's delicious. It's just.
This is perfect when you're drinking because it's very flavorful.
Yeah, and it's not gonna do anything to you that makes it difficult to drink, right? Sometimes there's food that when you eat too much of it, you can't drink anymore, right? Or whatever you drink, it doesn't really do anything. So we try to find that fine medium where you're busog, but you know, not naman nakakaumay. I think that might have been why Marco and I got along, and the menu basically was. I mean, I wouldn't say set in stone, but we knew what we wanted to do on day one. So the burger, for sure, with French fries. We'll get salchipapas, which is a dish that Marco introduced to me. It's French fries with sausages sliced thin,
That's
grilled.
the salchi part. The papas will be
and the papas
potato
is the
part.
potatoes. There you go.
Yes.
And it's topped with mustard and ketchup. It's actually from South America. So if you go to Costa Rica, which most people don't realize, that in Costa Rica, ketchup is like a staple. It's on the menu. Wherever you go, mostly there's the salchipapas. We have the steak rice,
Yes.
which is more of a Manila staple where people just look for meat and rice.
Oh yes, of course. Of course.
So we'll have a little bit of that, and let's see. I think we might have a few other things that we can put up. I'll let it be a surprise for now.
Welcome ka dito sa SM. Come as you are. Mahilig ka man sa pabago-bago o sa paikot-ikot. Yung nag-a-adulting or parenting. Ikaw na kulot, white-haired, purple-haired, kayong magkaibigan na nagkaibigan. Buong barkada. Yung gusto mo, chill lang. Or gawin yung feel mo lang. We know you're changing. So we're changing with you. Come on in. We're all in. At SM, you're always welcome here.
Joe Saldariaga po.
At Maita Basa David.
Good news! Ngayong July, decrease po tayo. Halos 71 centavos ang bawas. Kaya 9 pesos and 75 centavos per kilowatt hour ang overall electricity rate. Dahil ito sa refund na alinsunod sa ERC. Katumbas ito ng 141 pesos na bawas sa bill ng karaniwang bahay.
Updated ba kayo sa presyo ng gas at mga bilihin? Dapat ganun din sa mga energy efficiency tips. Kung kaya, iwas muna tayo sa gas. Let's go electric! Mas tipid. Makikita ang mga tips na to sa Meralco mobile app na nag-update ng look. Mas magaan sa mata. Kaya easier na din ang pag-manage ng account. Pwede rin si Meralco mismo ang mag-update sa'yo. Just update your contact details through these channels.
Hanggang sa susunod na Meralco Advisory!
Ayan, did you find yourself craving all the dishes and cocktails that we showed you? Kaya mga katribu, make time to visit Nokal, where you'll surely find good food, great company, and cozy ambiance. Catch us again next week for more amazing gourmet experiences here at The Dish. Once again, this is Matthew Pirante-Pérez. See you next week. Cheers.
Daily Tribune would like to thank the following: Makati City, SM Supermall, Sharp, Century Peak, Prime Homes, Tulfo, DOTR Railway, LRTA, LRMC, Megawide, PGMA, DBP, CAAP, ICTSI, Aboitiz Power, Aboitiz, Udena, Cocogen, Globe, NLEX, Team Energy, MPT, Philcomsat,
FDC, RCBC, Divina Law, Maya, Smart Trade, HMNF, LG, Smart, Maybank, PLDT, Caliraya, Mr. Freeze, Senator Villar, Meralco, Republic Cement, Century Property, EK, Mapicon, Carranza, Houseland, Pag-ibig, Meralco, Isuzu, Toyota, Tok, Suzuki, MG, Angkas, Mitsubishi, Beautyderm, SM Retail, NAC, Mondelez, BPI, Araneta, Insight, Pure Gold, Deco, Watson, Copiroti, Pagcor, and Simply Thai.